Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Benilde St. Margaret's for tonight's Section 6 Girls Lacrosse Final between the number 2 seeded Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights coming in with a record of 14-2 and the number 1 seeded Blake Bears with a record of 15-2. Blake is the 4-time defending state champion facing the Red Knights. Last year, these two teams met in the section final with the Red Knights almost pulling off one of the greatest upsets in Minnesota State high school history, falling 9-8 to the Bears, who eventually went on to become state champions. Blake, the probably perennial power in Minnesota State High School League girls lacrosse, while Benilde St. Margaret's is an up-and-coming program. Hi, everybody. My name is Andrew Berkland. I am proud to present tonight's ParkTV 16 broadcast between two school rivals. Usually it's the boys lacrosse teams that get the attention for their lacrosse, but now it's the girls' turn, as both these teams played each other early in the year. Blake pulling off a 12-5 win. They started the game up 7-0. For Benilde St. Margaret's, they will be in the red jerseys. Despite this being a home game, it is a Minnesota State High School League, considered supposed to be a neutral site. But Benilde St. Margaret's has moved into the championship game, and so it's a de facto home game almost. So the face-off will be between Blake's Adelaide Winton and Allie Prowse, as Benilde St. Margaret's Emily Schmidt wins the face, controls the ball for Red Knights. She crosses midfield while pursued by two Blake players. Red Knights starring Schmidt, Tatterin, Mostrom, Efforts, Rue, Bromelkamp, Catapultus, Panic, Prowse, Sauer, Liebel, and DeJulio in net. Blake sends out Sussler, Lyman, Chancellor, Swearingen, Ide, Winton, Nolan, Kelly, Sutton, McClanahan, and Majerin. Here's Sophie Rue on the wing. Rue, one of the quicker players on this Red Knight squad, but she is turned away from the goal. Now it's over to Emily Schmidt. So the Red Knights playing kind of an outward formation in the inside. Now here's Kelly Panic for the Red Knights. Panic with a spin move. She's got a chance. She shoots, she scores. Kelly Panic puts the Red Knights on the board with an early goal. And Benilde St. Margaret's takes a 1-0 lead over the Blake Bears. Panic, taking up lacrosse for the first time in her career this season, has Benilde St. Margaret's on the board with a nice individual effort here, spinning away from Ide and firing it past the goaltender, Majarian. Panic in section play. It's her 5th goal. She finished the regular season with 29 goals and 11 assists. So the Red Knights with an early 1-0 lead over the 4-time state champs. Face off this time, Prowse and Adelaide. And it is taken up by the Blake Bears, number 6, Annie Lyman, but she's dispossessed. Sauer pursuing. There's a battle for it, and it's picked up by Jordan Chancellor. Up ahead, and Slusser, she is a Miss Lacrosse finalist along with teammate Lydia Sutton. As here's a face-up, they shoot, and Blake has found themselves on the board with a goal, immediately responding from the Red Knights, as Sussler off the face-off, or off the restart, was able to find the Blake teammate for the early goal. As you see here, she gets the face-off call, and she immediately gets it to her teammate, number 13, Olivia Nolan, the Bears' leading scorer. So Nolan from Slusser at 23-31 to tie the game. Nolan, 72 points in the regular season. Here's the face-off, and as there's a foul on Blake, it'll be Benilde St. Margaret's possession. Nolan tied with Allie Prowse, Benilde St. Margaret's, for the state lead in playoff goals with 11. She gets her 12th now section. Here's Allie Prowse now coming down for Benilde St. Margaret's. Prowse, 11 goals in section play, and in the regular season recorded 41, so finding the back of the net is her thing. Panic now plays to Rue. Now Schmitz. Schmitz looking to attack, and she'll dish it down to Mostrom. Mostrom looking to attack on Kelly, one of the captains of the Blake squad. Now it's Allie Prowse. Prowse double teamed, and she'll have to escape. Now she throws it back to Sophie Rue. Rue kind of a hummer in the middle as Prowse's pass evades Alexa Tatter and is picked up by Blake's Lauren Kelly. Kelly and Sutton and Slusser, the three captains of the Blake squad, as Blake races into the offensive zone. And now it's dished down. Olivia Nolan. Sydney Lubel taking her on. And now they'll set it up. Slusser. Rue playing defense on her, holding her stick high, preventing possible pass. 21:53 remaining in this first half. It's two 25-minute halves. They have the mismatch they want. And DeGiulio making the save on the pass. It was an attempted pass and it slid through. And now DeGiulio with the outlet pass is over Kelly Panic's head and will result in Blake possession. When these two teams met back in May 7th, it was Blake pulling out the victory, 12-5, led by 7 points from Lydia Sutton, including 6 goals and 3 goals from Nolan. Now here's Blake, here's a chance, a shot, and it's saved by Prowse's leg. There's now a free ball, and it's picked up by Blake. Jordan Chancellor. Blake on the attack now. Again, here's a chance, a shot, and a goal for Slusser, who records her first goal of the game, second point of the game at the 21-minute mark. As Slusser fires it past DeGiulio to give Blake a 2-1 lead. Prowse and Winton back in the face-off circle. The goal coming at 21 minutes. As here's the face-off, and it is, whoa, that's correction, that's Slusser taking it for Blake. Tatterin and Prowse harassing her. She spins and fires a cross-field pass that will be picked up by Lydia Sutton. And Sutton, there's contact made with the head by Schmitz. And so now Blake's gonna have a chance to possibly extend their lead. DeGiulio ready in net. Sutton, an all-state athlete in soccer and lacrosse, considered perhaps the favorite for the Miss Lacrosse Award by some. As now Sutton getting ready to attack the net. Referee gives play. Here's Sutton coming in. It's deflected away as the Red Knights making another stop. And now Sydney Liebel picks it up for the Red Knights. So Sutton unable to get the shot off as Liebel's forced into the corner and goes out of bounds. It'll be possession back to Blake. We're just inside the 5-minute mark, so 19:48 remaining. So here's the replay of that as it looked like her shot just came out weird. Bravo can't possibly. Here's a chance now for Blake. Just wide. The shot fired by Lucy Nelson, a sophomore forward for Blake. Possession retained by the Bears. So Blake, when they have the ball, they are constantly on the attack. Red Knights have 2 chances, though, to clear the ball and been unable to. Blake's Annie Lineman. Now here's Sutton, taken on by Brommelkamp. Brommelkamp containing Sutton, and now they'll pull. She backs out. Here's a pass to the middle, a shot. DeGiulio making the save. So DeGiulio making her first save of the game. But now here's the Blake pressure back on as the Red Knights are unable to clear, and it's Slusser with it. Gives it off to Jordan Chancellor. Chancellor. Not a Lyman. Lyman attacking Liebel. Here's a shot, or it's a pass, and the ball's loose to Julio picking it up. Now let's see if the Red Knights can get out of the zone. DeGiulio fires it long, and Kelly Panic makes the catch. Panic fires wide to Allie Prowse, and the Red Knights are back on the attack. Prowse taken on by Sarah McClanahan, an 8th grader for the Bears. And Panic doesn't quite handle the pass well, but the Red Knights will retain possession as they look to go on the attack now, trailing 2-1 as we reach the 18-minute mark of the first half. Panic, Prowse cutting through the middle, the Red Knights setting up almost an isolation type play. Slusser taking on Panic. Here's Panic. Panic now, the second defender drawing near her. Now she's double teamed. Kelly loses possession. It's picked up by Panic again. Now it's Tatarin. Blake sending multiple defenders at the Red Knights. Tatarin now goes in towards the net. She elects to take it out and give it now to Panic. Panic assessing her options. This Blake defense is swarming the ball at every chance they get. Prowse trying to make a cut. Panic being double teamed. And now it's out to Rue. Rue picks it up. And now Rue will look to attack. Rue makes a move to her right. She's encountered by 3 Blake defenders, and there's going to be a foul. Contact to the head. As it will be Benilde St. Margaret's Sophie Rue now making a run at goal. Let's see if Rue's able to get the shot off. She hit as Rue attacks. Now she gives it off wide to Schmitz. Schmitz. Red Knights being a little conservative here. Schmitz goes through and now she's dispossessed. And it's picked up by Lauren Kelly for Blake. And she's able to sprint through and fires it. And now Blake could be on the attack, as it will be a foul on the Red Knights, and so Blake will be able to retain possession. Just outside the 50-yard line, as now Nelson playing it to Lyman, plays it back to Kelly. Kelly to Ide. Blake moving the ball well, McClanahan. And now McClanahan sprints through and finds Chancellor. Chancellor, shot, score for Blake. It's Winton. Winton getting the goal at the 15:44 mark of the first half as Blake extends their lead to 3-1. Can give the assist there to, well, I want to pick it up. We'll get that later, but there's going to be a face-off now between Prowse and Susler. Susler, as Kelly Panic comes in to win it for the Red Knights. Panic scored the lone Red Knights goal just a 58 seconds in. Panic gives it now to Mostrom. Mostrom now spins away. Elects not to make the pass. Now she'll give it off to Abby Sauer. Sauer, one of the two Red Knight captains, was Prowse and Prowse. Alley's shot. Abby Sauer's shot hits the post. Blake will elect to pick it up and try and get it out. That's Tatarin making almost a steal, and now the Red Knights have it. Here's Panic now, a shot just high. Tatarin with the pass to Panic, and it will be possession to Blake. It's the goalkeeper, Majerian, restarting it. Majerian cross-field pass, it's too high. There's a pursuit for it. Tatarin and Prowse, and it's going to be Tatarin picking it up. Swearingen pursuing for Blake. Tatarin with it now for the Red Knights. 14:36 remaining in the first half. Prowse. Prowse assessing her options. Benilde St. Margaret's kind of clearing out somewhat for their star forward. Now here's Prowse against Slusor. They send a double team. Panic now on the attack. And there's 3 Blake players surrounding Panic, preventing her from doing anything. Panic now reassessing what her options. Prowse goes through, Susor comes with. Now here's Panic, a spin move, a shot. And it's a goal. Panic scores. A little bit of a silence there. It looks like she fired it over the goalkeeper. Panic with her second goal of the game at 14:03. So the Red Knights able to get one back against the Blake Bears. As you can see here, Panic looking to go one-on-one and just physically imposes her will in towards the crease and just fired it into the back corner of the net. And the goalkeeper, it was Majarian, looked behind her and looked at the referee saying, "Where's the ball?" And it was in the back of the net. So Panic recording her 6th goal of the playoffs. Now the referee's having a little conference. As they talk, and they'll gonna get back to playing. It's Prouse and Susler. Face off won by Blake. Number 18, Lydia Sutton. 4 Red Knights pursuing Sutton, as we'll have a foul on the Red Knights. 13:45 remaining. Sutton given space now as she runs her way into the offensive zone. Sutton on the season recording 53 points, as now Blake looking to attack. Olivia Nolan with it now, guarded by Liebel. And here's the pass now to Ulvaeus. Liebel. And we're gonna have a foul on the Red Knights. Contact at the head, and Olivia Nolan's gonna have a chance to extend the Blake lead. Here's Olivia Nolan against Anna DiGiulio. Here's a chance, a shot, and a goal for Blake. It's Nolan recording her 2nd goal of the game at the 12:48 mark. So, as you can see, a high shot, and it's just perfectly placed right underneath the crossbar to extend the Blake lead. So Nolan recording her 2nd goal of the game. She has 13 now in section play, 19 points in 3 games. Blake to advance to the section final defeated Visitation 17-1, and then the 5-seeded Breck Mustangs 17-1. Benilde St. Margaret's with a 16-4 win over Holy Angels and a 16-6 win over Cretin Durham Hall. Blake winning the face-off as it's Lyman. Gives it up to Winton. Here's Slusser. Ovas. And now it's Lyman. Olivia Nolan with it now for... Now she fires, and it's a drop ball. There's a battle for it. It's picked up by Sydney Liebel. Liebel now rushing into the zone, fires a long pass. Can Sauer get there before it gets out of bounds, and she's able to save it. Sauer now too far for Tadrin, and now here comes Blake. Blake now right into the offensive zone on the attack. Number 13, Nolan with it. Now she's dispossessed. We'll have a foul on the Red Knights, so Nolan's going to have another chance to add to her score total. As here will be the restart. Referees give the go. Nolan attacking. She scores. And the goal is good despite the referee calling the penalty. It was a delayed penalty as Blake now extends their lead to 5-1. So Nolan, her 3rd goal of the game at the 11:22 mark. Firing just down low and past to Giulio. So Prouse back in the face-off circle against Slusser. And the faceoff is won by Blake. And now Blake turns it over, though. It's a bad pass from Lyman. So Benilde St. Margaret's is going to have possession in the deep in Blake territory. It will be restarted by Abby Sauer. As Sauer takes it below the goal line. 10:50 remaining in the first half. Sauer turned away, and they'll give it to Panic, who has both Red Knight goals. Panic now gives it to Sophie Rue. Rue looking to attack. There's very little room for her to work with. As she gives the pass now to Heather Mostrom. Mostrom plays it now back to Panic. Panic, guarded by Sutton. Now they send Slusser. It's to Allie Prowse. Prowse is knocked off the ball. It's a foul. And so the Red Knights will have a possible chance to make a run on goal. Allie Prowse surrounded by Blake defenders. She is about 13 yards outside the goal. Referee gives the whistle. Here comes Prowse. Unable to get a shot on goal as Blake's able to cut it down very quickly. Sauer with it. Now played out. Here's Kelly Panic. Gives it to Allie Prowse. Prowse. Gives it to Panic. Panic looking to attack. There's little room as she is hitting the contact made, and now Panic's gonna have a chance to make a run. So a card is given to Lydia Sutton. Yellow card to Lydia Sutton. .9:18 remaining as Sutton has to go off into the penalty area. Panic, not the best angle to get a shot on goal off the restart. Referee gives play, and she'll elect to play it down low to Sauer. Abby Sauer, below the net. Looking for something, as now the Red Knights turn it over. And it will be picked up by Blake as they now move into the offensive zone. Long pass is mishandled, and it comes straight to Blake's Nolan. And Blake's now back on the attack. Nolan escapes the double team. Fakes a pass now. And an overlap with Slusser. As she's able to evade the defense. Nolan plays it to Chancellor. Now this is still Chancellor. And her pass is too far for her teammate. Benilde St. Margaret's will take over. 8-minute mark now, with Benilde St. Margaret's trailing 5-2 to the four-time defending state champions. Brommelkamp finds Liebel. Liebel to DeGiulio. DeGiulio elects to throw a nice arcing ball to Megan Catapodis. Catapodis finds Tadrin, who trips and loses possession. And we'll have a foul on the Red Knights. On Catapodis, it's going to be Blake possession. McClanahan on the restart. Dishes it to Lyman. Lyman and a teammate collide, and it's Blake picking up the ball. Slusser Double teamed by Catapultus and Rune. She's able to find Nolan now. Nolan to Chancellor. Chancellor unable to get a shot off. Olivia Nolan now gives it to her teammate Slusser. Rue. Here's Slusser. She's got an angle, a chance, and we'll have a foul on the Red Knights. And Slusser with a chance to extend the Blake lead. She's off to the left of the midline. Here comes Blake, a shot, and it's a rocket pass to Julio as Blake once again extends their lead. Timeout, Benilde St. Margaret's at 6:04. So a quick scoring summary. You see on the restart, Slusser just lets one fire, and DeJulio had very little chance on that. So scoring so far, Panic led the game off for the Red Knights, giving them a 1-0 lead at the 24:02 mark. Blake responded with 3 straight goals before Panic stopped it, and now Blake has scored another 3 straight. Nolan with 3, Slusser with 2 and an assist, and then Winton adding 1 at 15:04. Blake's offense has really just been in control of the game, using their speed and aggressiveness to break down the Red Knight defense. And it's, it's one of those things you just can't prepare for. And it's caused trouble for Benilde St. Margaret's. Now, it doesn't help that they have had chances to clear the ball and turned it over. But this Blake team does have a lot of good athletes, and the Red Knights are having trouble adjusting to the speed. So at the face-off, Benilde St. Margaret's will look to try and gain possession, get something going against this Blake juggernaut team. Blake defending the state champions in 2010, 11, 12, and 13. Their only 2 losses this year came to out-of-state teams. They took on Loyola Academy in a tournament at the University of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and lost 10-16. And then they took on New Trier at the same tournament, losing 4-10. The closest any team from the state of Minnesota came to defeating them was Eden Prairie, considered by some maybe one of the top 3 teams in the state. Was a 15-10 win for Eden Prairie in the final regular season game for both teams. So out of the timeout, both teams head to their respective sticks, which they have left on the field, as Blake in a comfortable 6-2 lead, showing that they can score whenever they want against this Red Knight defense, as it will be Slusser and Prouse for the Red Knights. Blake on defense, not allowing much for the Red Knights. Let's see as Prouse and gets ready for the face-off. It fires back towards the Red Knight goal, towards Blake's goal, and is picked up by Blake. It's eyed. Now they fire, and it's back in Majarian's hands. Majarian looking and assessing her options. She's got she got space to work with, as she has now walked almost 20 yards away from goal, looking for someone to pass to. Now, rarely in any sport do you see a goalie get this much time with the ball. And now it's finally given off to Slusser. Slusser fires it back. Prouse, though, is beaten down the sideline and Blake moves into the offensive zone. Lyman now with it for the Red Knights. Rue covering, and now it's back to Olivia Nolan, a junior. She'll probably be the superstar for Blake next year. She now takes it down low. Liebel giving up possession, giving up coverage, and now it's Slusser behind the net with 2 goals on the game, including a rocket pass to Julia on the last shot. Slusser looking to get a shot. Now here's a chance for Blake, a shot and a goal. Chancellor scoring for Blake on the assist from Slusser.
Scoring for the Bears, number 4, Alex Lovas.
Oh, correction, it's Lovas scoring. As Blake now has extended a lead to 7-2. A low rocket. So Lovas adding her name to the score sheet at 4:13. Kraus with it for the Red Knights in the face-off circle against Slusser. And the face-off is picked up by Sophie. No, Sophie Ruzano will pick it up, and now it's put to my Monstrum referee. Called a foul, though, and it will be Blake possession. Here's the restart by Blake. Sarah McClanahan, who darts through the defense and fires a low ball that is picked up by Lyman. Here comes Blake on the attack. Lyman. Referee calls a foul, and so now Lyman's going to have a chance to extend the Blake lead. Here's a chance. Lyman shot, scores. Blake extends their lead as Lyman adds her name to the scoreboard. The goal at 3:21. So Lyman, a sophomore midfielder for the Blake Bears, recording her 6th goal of the playoff campaign. As the faceoff is won. Push on Benilde St. Margaret's. Slusser retakes the restart. And it's given off to Lyman, the recent goal scorer for Blake. 8-2 the score. Benilde St. Margaret's fans trying to instill some confidence. Here's Sutton. And another foul on the Red Knights. As Sutton's going to have a chance now to extend the Blake lead. Sutton gives it off, a shot, and it's a goal. Olivia Nolan scoring this time. Give the assist to Sutton. So at the 2:26 mark, Nolan scoring her 4th goal of the game. Sutton picking up on the assists. As the score is now 9-2, Blake, who have dominated pretty much every facet of the game. Probably the one advantage the Red Knights do have is at least in the save category. The Julia with 2 saves compared to none for Majarian for Blake. So Red Knights just unable to get anything going. If they could get a face-off win, it would really help. And Emily Schmidt picks it up for the Red Knights as they finally get possession for what seems like the first time in a long time, and it's Sutton pursuing, but it's picked up by, no. Prowse on it again, so Blake once again regains possession. Nice double spin by Lovas. And now Blake is back in the offensive zone. Lucy Nelson gives it now back to Winton. Here's Blake. Oh, the cutter was going through. Elects not to give it up. Here's Winton. Now to Nolan. Back to Winton. Nolan with a long ball out to Lyman. 1:20 remaining in the first half. Blake with the 9-2 lead. Lyman in kind of the corner of the possession zone. As Blake content with the clock running down, they'll probably hold for one last shot. Lyman and Nolan just passing it between each other. 45 seconds remaining in the half. Nolan with it. Now Lyman approaching. 25 seconds remaining. Now here's the ball on the ground. Sutton unable to pick, and the referee calls a foul on Schmitz. 20 seconds remaining. Lydia Sutton with it for the Blake Bears. Sutton darts through. And it's picked up by Liebel. 8 seconds remaining. Ball goes out of play with 2.8 seconds. And at the end of the first half, it's the Blake Bears holding a 9-2 lead over Benilde St. Margaret's. Blake showing why they are the #1 team in the state. Goals coming from Nolan 4 times, Slusser twice, Winton, and Lyman and Lovas. So at the end of the first half, 9-2, Blake over Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. We'll be back after this halftime break.
Hi, I'm Ben Affleck, and many actors have played the part of U.S. servicemen in the movies. But for veterans like James Crosby, their service and their sacrifice are real. And too often when they come home, their struggle continues. For over 60 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been fighting to help our injured veterans get the benefits they need and have earned.
Paralyzed Veterans of America was there for me when I came home.
Join me in supporting our paralyzed veterans. Visit pva.org.
Welcome back to Benilde St. Margaret's for tonight's Section 6 girls lacrosse final between #2 seed Benilde St. Margaret's and #1 seed Blake Bears. Blake with a 9-2 lead behind an offensive onslaught in the first half. Benilde St. Margaret's getting their 2 goals from Kelly Panic. This is game 1 of a 2-game doubleheader here at Benilde St. Margaret's between BSM and Blake. As the crowd is starting to get a lot bigger for anticipation of the boys game coming up, but there is a very nice crowd here for tonight's girls game. Blake, the 4-time defending state champions, and are playing like it. Slusser and Prowse go into the face-off circle. 25 minutes left in today's contest. Red Knights trailing by 7. They want to make a comeback. They do. I mean, there is no 7-goal shot in lacrosse. As Prowse with this, the Red Knights look to go on the attack. Prowse now forced behind the net. Blake just has using their speed and athleticism to pester the Red Knights. Prowse now with a pass to Schmitz. Schmitz Tatterin now to Rue. Rue. And there's a cross check. It'll be Red Knight possession and a chance to possibly cut into the lead. Rue. About 10 yards away from goal. Rue, and she elects to pass it back to Abby Sauer. Sauer now approached by Kelly as the referee calls a foul. It's going to be Benilde St. Margaret's. Sauer getting a run on the ball. Sauer with it. The potential chance to cut into this Blake lead. And she's forced to throw it down to Kelly Panic. Panic. Looking, shoots, scores. It's Panic with the goal. And the goal has been waved off by the referee. Panic. So no goal, as you see here. As Slusser, as you can see here, Panic, as there's a foul on Slusser. It looks like she fell over after very little contact, but no matter the call, Blake moves into the offensive zone. Annie Lyman taking it, guarded by Tatterin. Now it's Nolan behind the net. Nolan scoring 4 goals in the first half. She's double teamed now by Liebel and Brommelkamp. Ball played now down low to Lyman. Now it's Winton. Lyman. Slusser with it behind the net. Makes a spin move on Panic. It's an overlap with Sutton. Sutton makes a nice move on Schmitz, but it's the Red Knights are able to contain her. Sutton now escapes. Here's a chance, another hard deke. Fires it to Nolan, who's unable to pick it up, but evades the pressure and takes it out. 22 minutes remaining in the Section 6 contest between two West Metro rivals. As Sutton, a shot deflected and will go out. Face off to Blake. Chancellor gives it to Slusser. Slusser, double team by Catapodis and efforts. There's a pass to Nolan. There's a battle for it, and DeJulio comes out with it. Gives it to Megan Catapodis. And Catapodis evades the defense, looking to make a run into the offensive zone. As Schmitz with it, or correction, that is Chancellor, plays it up to Lydia Sutton. Sutton takes it below the crease. Now she's double teamed by Panic and Schmitz, but she takes it out. Sutton. Makes a nice move, looking to get a shot off. Plays it, there's a chance, a shot and a score. It's Winton for Blake. Give the assist to Sutton.
Number 12, Adelaide Winton.
So Adelaide Winton recording her second goal of the game. There's the pass. And Winton, with all the time in the world, just fires it past DeJulio. So at 20-41, Blake extends her lead to 10-2. Slusser and Prouse in the face-off circle. 41 remaining in the contest. Referee has placed the ball between the two sticks, and the faceoff is given, and it will be picked up by Blake's Nellie Ide. As Ide pretty much brings it down the sideline, it's to Lydia Sutton. It's Blake on the attack, and they go behind the net. Lyman taken out by Panic. Now Lyman evades the pressure, as we'll have a foul on Kelly Panic, as Blake will get a chance to extend their lead, as it will be a face or a dead ball, so it'll be a restart. As Blake elects not to shoot. Now the referee gives a shove, and the clock is stopped. So 19:35. So Lyman on the restart. Waiting for referees. Go ahead. Panic forced to back up a few steps, as Lyman makes the pass down low to Chancellor. Chancellor and Liebel. Referee, as a foul is called. So a chance for Blake to extend their lead. As here's a shot and a goal for Blake. It's Chancellor. Chancellor scoring her first goal of the game at the 18:53 mark.
Scoring for the Bears, number 7, Jordan Chancellor.
Just a low shot past to Julio. As Blake extends their lead to 11-2. Running time in girls lacrosse is 10 goals. 18:53 remaining. Red Knights trying to get something positive coming out of this result. They've given up 8 unanswered goals after making it a 3-2 game. Blake has not allowed the Red Knights anything, as here's a face-off win. And it's picked up by Lyman. Red Knights just unable to gain possession or anything. Here's Slusser giving off a shot. Julio making the save. It's her third save of the game, as the Red Knights able to hold off the Blake attack on that face-off win. Chancellor taken on by Tadrin. Chancellor now gets a seam. Possible chance to run towards goal. The left's not unable to shoot it past her left shoulder. Olivia Nolan with it for Blake. Nolan taken on by Liebel. Fires it high. As Deggs, Julio came out to intercept the pass from Winton, and we'll have a foul on the Red Knights. As Winton will have a chance pretty much a free chance. And since the foul was on DeJulio, she can't be in goal. So pretty much an open goal for Winton to shoot at, and she scores. As Blake has extended the lead to 12-2. as we have now entered running time for this Section 6 championship game. Pretty much the easiest goal Winton probably has of the season. Just a really frustrating game for the Red Knights, just unable to establish any possession. So 16:40 remaining. Prowse and Slusser as a restart on the face-off. Ball was not properly placed in the stick. As Rue and Lyman pursuing. And ball given to Blake. Lyman on the restart, plays it back, and Blake defense finally gets to touch the ball. Kelly gives it to Sutton, who plays it up to Lyman. Lyman to Slusser. It's now a shot. Deggs making the save for the Red Knights. Her 4th save of the game. Olivia Nolan with it, fires to Lyman. Kelly panic as a foul is called on the Red Knights. Lyman on the reset, fires to Chancellor. Ball dispossessed by Panic, and Blake gets it. Bolvas finds Slusser. Here's a chance, a shot, and a goal for Blake. Winton from Slusser at 15:06. So Blake adding on to their lead with the goal. Winton getting her 4th goal of the game at the 15:06 mark. So after it was a 3-2 game, Blake has put on the pressure to make it 13-2, and Benilde St. Margaret's calls timeout. Score 13-2 in this section championship game. Just Blake really just playing just showing why they're the #1 team in the state with their speed and just fluidity on offense. Benilde St. Margaret's just having trouble being able to establish something on the offensive end, unable to win a face-off. It's unable to get a clearance when they have a chance to control the ball. So it is a tough game if you are a Red Knight supporter. Coming up after this game, the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights boys lacrosse team takes on Blake in a matchup of probably the two of the more storied programs in the state, and perhaps the best rivalry in the state of Minnesota lacrosse-wise. That will come up after this game. Scheduled start time is 7 o'clock. However, depending on the outcome of this game, it looks like it will be a 7 o'clock, so it won't be a late start. Both the Red Knights and Bears faced each other once earlier in the year. Blake pulling off an, I believe, 11-6 victory. I'll double check that later. 14:39 left in today's game, and barring some miracle, it looks like Blake is going to be extend on its way to not only participate in looking or Blake's going to be looking forward to extending their state tournament run to 5, as that's going on at the other field. This new turf stadium installed in 2010 by Benilde St. Margaret's through the Raise the Red campaign, considered by many as one of the nicer facilities in the state. As now here's the play restarting. Slusser and Prouse. Next year for Blake, they're losing Slusser, Lovas, Kelly, and Sutton, and their backup goalie, Haley Bjork, and they'll have plenty of offensive firepower to replace them. Face off, and it's won by Sauer. So Benilde St. Margaret's gets a win. Sauer gives it to Panic. Panic drops possession as Red Knights get there's a push call on Blake's Lucy Nelson. So Panic looking to get her cleat back on. So Panic's still struggling to get her shoe on. Panic on the restart finds Sauer now. Maybe a chance for the Red Knights to attack. Sauer has double teamed and forced to bomb Panic. Now taken on by pretty much almost 3 Blake players. As Rue loses possession, Ree picks it up. Ide providing Hasselman. Rue makes a run, makes a move, a shot, as saved by Majarian. And now there will be a chance for Blake to get the ball out. Lyman with it. As she plays it up, it's deflected. And will stay with the Bears. 13-13 remaining. Blake moves it into the offensive end. Now it's up to Lyman. Lyman splits a double, and now it's down low to Nelson, and DiGiulio making the save. Her 5th of the game. Here comes McCall. Brommelkamp up the sideline. Makes a move. Fires to Schmitz, who is dispossessed, and a foul on the Red Knights. Restart as Nolan. As Panic with the strip. Panic now taking it to the offensive end, where she's taken on by McClanahan. Panic gives it to Prouse. Prouse and Sauer have both been held in check. Now she's got a chance. Here's a run, a shot wide. We have a foul though. And the Red Knights will have a chance to end this 10-goal run by Blake, as running time has been instituted, 11:45. Prouse will get the ball about, probably in the best scoring position she's had all game. Prouse makes a run. That is a shot, goes high. Sauer, the closest to it, and will restart it for the Red Knights behind the Blake goal. Sauer. As Blake sends a double team, here's Tadderin. Tadderin makes a move. She's got a chance. There's a shot. Score for Tadderin, and the Red Knights get on the board for the first time in the second half, and the first time since the 14:03 mark of the first half. Tadderin making a nice move past 2 Blake defenders, and the Red Knights have cut the lead to 13-3 with Tadderin recording her first points of, or fifth goal of the playoffs, first goal of the game. As McClanahan wins the face-off. Sprinting through the midfield. Tatterin, though, with a nice run to pick her up. Red Knights send a double team at Nolan. And now Blake will look to attack. Sluicer finds Lyman. Lyman unable to get a shot off as Tatterin and Catapultus both cut off the angle as we reach the 10-minute mark of today's contest. Nolan behind the goal. She has 4 goals on today's game as we have a foul on the Red Knights. 9:45, or correction, 9:40 now remaining in today's game. Face off, or restart, Nolan with it, and she's forced to the outside. Now makes a pass. Here's a chance as there's a foul on the Red Knights. As it looks like we'll have a restart, it's going to be Winton with a chance to score once again for Blake. Winton and Lex, though, to take the ball out. Gives it to Nolan, and she's stripped by Catapultus. And it is unable to, and now Sluicer picks it up. Here's a chance, a shot, and a goal. Oh, that hit the post. I thought that was in. Lyman out front, shot, score for Blake. It's Winton getting her 3rd straight goal for Blake. 8:28 mark. Can give the assist to Lyman here. So after restart, then just a nice, easy slot pick. So Sluicer taking the face off. And Blake once again picking it up. It's Winton. Winton. A correction, that was Sutton firing at the Winton, and a foul on the Red Knights. (14-3) to score. And another chance for Blake to extend their lead. Fouls are probably heavily in Blake's or Red Knights' favor, mainly because Blake has had possession all game. Winton chooses, though, elects to pull it out. And Panic gives a little nudge. Well, then gives a nice, helps her back up. Helps Winton back up. Winton over to Lovas. Lovas. Now Sluicer. Lyman. Pursued by Panic and Rue. As she's able to escape, here's a move by Nelson. Nolan gives it to Sluicer. Foul on the Red Knights. There was contact made with the head. 14-3 to score. As Sluicer will have a chance to, well, let's see, does she elect to score this one or pull it out? Off the restart, she elects to attack. Shot, score. First time Sluicer's found the back of net since the 6:04 mark of the first half. Well, it's her Slusser finding the back of net for the 3rd time. She's the leading scorer for, or she is a Miss Lacrosse candidate. As Blake now with a 15-3 lead. And unless Bailey Dodds is on the field for tonight, it doesn't look like they'll be able to make a comeback here. So 5:40 left in today's contest. Prowse and Slusser Going back at it. Slusser with a little bit different approaches. There's a backwards win, and Blake wins the face-off once again. Lovias, and she just finds a way past 4 Red Knight defenders. Gets it to Winton, Lyman, Nelson, and looks like we got a foul on the Red Knights. It's going to be Blake getting the restart. Here's the cross pass. It's mishandled by Emma Burke, an 8th grader. Here's a chance, and Julio making a save for the Red Knights, her 6th of the game. And now Rue with it for the Red Knights. Rue sprinting up the sideline. Gets through almost the entire Blake defense. He gives it to Panic. Panic now. Makes a run to the offensive zone. Panic makes it as 2 of the 3 Red Knight goals as she's now dispossessed. And it's Slusser up to Kelly. Kelly running with Allie Prowse. Now it's Heather Mostrom fighting defense, and they'll play it back to Majarian. As Blake now has swung it wide. Back to Slusser. Slusser through the middle. 3:20 remaining in today's game. Lyman. Now it's Lucy Nelson. It's back to Lyman. She's pursued by Brommelkamp and Liebel. Ball play wide, and it's back in Burke, it looked like. Well, now it's in the hands of Winton. Or no, it's Lydia Sutton. Sutton and Tatterin battling out. Tatterin did score the game-winning goal in the Benilde St. Margaret's girls soccer victory over Blake. Sutton just goes one-on-one and scores. Sutton gets her first goal of the game. So Sutton wanting to get her name on the score sheet, you see here, just sprints around pretty much 2 Red Knights, gets an angle on the shot, fires it over her left shoulder, and it's a goal at around the 2:25 mark. 16-3, Blake leads. With football, the Red Knights would need 2 touchdowns. Fortunately, need 13 goals in 2 minutes of running time. Task that is likely impossible. Slusser and Prowse going at it, and a foul on the Red Knights. Probably about the 15th time that's been said. 1:40 left in today's game. As Lucy Nelson starts it up. Alex Lovias gives it now to Winton. 1:20 remaining in today's game. Ball played wide now, it's Lovias. Gives it to Slusser. Lyman. McClanahan. At the Slusser, and Blake's just gonna play keep away, it looks like, in this final minute. There's a chance shot, score. Winton giving the assist to Lyman. Well, we'll just say that was about 52 seconds. So 17-3. Maybe you'd expect Blake to take their players out just so they don't get hurt. But Blake keeping on the pressure, making sure people know they are the #1 team in the state. Dominating performance today, offensively, defensively, pretty much every category, besides fouls and saves, it seems like. And, well, Blake wins the faceoff again. Witten, 10 seconds left in today's game. For the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights, the second straight year they finished the season as the Section 6 runner-up. And for Blake, it's another chance at the state championship as Blake celebrates another win. Yeah, so there will be an awards ceremony afterwards, as both athletic directors will hand out awards to their various teams. Blake celebrating a 17-3 victory. Red Knights did have the lead at one point in this game. Kelly Pank scored early to give the Red Knights a 1-0 lead 58 seconds in, as both teams head to the handshake lines. Coming up after this game, the boys from each of these schools will take on each other in a renewal of perhaps the best rivalry in Minnesota State High School Lacrosse. As for seniors, Carlin Gordon, Megan Catapultis, Kelly Pack, Ellie Proust, Abby Sauer, and Sammy Ruiz is their last lacrosse game as Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. And teams will head towards the award stand, where they will go through the award, where the awards will be handed out by athletic directors. For Benilde St. Margaret's, it's Jerry Pettinger. For Blake, it's the guy in the green shirt on the field. Pettinger was yesterday's baseball game between Benilde St. Margaret's and the Romsdale Armstrong Falcons, where Romsdale Armstrong defeated the Red Knights 8-5. Red Knights committing 7 errors in the game. Really hard to win a baseball game when you commit 7 errors, but Pettinger has had plenty of practice in his tenure as a Benilde St. Margaret's athletic director, handing out awards at all various stages, whether it's state, section, conference, first or second. So Blake will look to extend their state championship run to 5. For Benilde St. Margaret's, it's been a nice 2-year run. The rise of the program, coming within 1 goal of knocking off Blake last year, and then this year rising into the top 10 rankings and establishing themselves as one of the up-and-coming programs in the state of Minnesota. Red Knights head coach Anna Bowlesby was Minnesota State High School Coach of the Year last year, giving her players one final message as they head out and towards the stands. As once the ceremony starts, we will turn it over to PA announcer Mick Hawkins. All right, well, yeah. So, Red Knights make the walk.
We'd like to thank the players, the coaches, and the fans for a great season.
So, Mick Hawkins doing the award ceremony.
Nick Rathman, the AD from Blake.
So, Nick Rath, the AD for Blake.
From Benilde St. Margaret's. We'll start with the runner-up. The running-up team, number 2, Emily Schmitz.
Do you hear that? Or do you need me to announce it?
Number 4, Alexa Chatterin. Number 5, Rachel Lyons. Number 6, Heather Mostrom. Number 7, Lily Effort. Number 8, Sophie Rue. Number 9, Elena Diallo. Number 10, Nicole Rumblekamp. Number 11, Carlin Gordon. Number 12, Margot Brink. Number 14, Megan Catapultis. Number 17, Allie Coughlin. Number 19, Kelly Panic. Number 21, Allie Krause. Number 23, Abby Sauer. Number 25, Sammy Rude. Number 29, Sydney Lebo. Number 30, Anna DeGilio. Student Manager Grace Coughlin. Student Manager Maddie Mayer. All the captains of the runner-up team, please report and get your trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mill St. Margaret's runner-up trophy.
So the Red Knights finished the season with only 3 losses to
Champion team.
Eden Prairie and twice to Blake.
Number 2, Dan Slusser. Number 3, Robin Lipschultz. Number 4, Alex Lavas. Number 5, Emma Burke. Number 6, Annie Lyman. Number 7, Jordan Chancellor. Number 8, Molly Mahoney. Number 9, Brianne Swearenden. Number 10, Nellie Kidd. Number 11, Ellie Ankeny. Number 12, Adelaide Wintang. Number 13, Olivia Nolan. Number 14, Lauren Kelly. Number 16, Lucy Nelson. Number 17, Sophie Scalarud. Number 18, Lydia Sutton. Number 20, Sarah McClanahan. Number 24, Haley Bort. And number 25, Hannah Majarian. All the captains of the Blake Bears will come forward and receive your trophy.
So Blake will advance to the state tournament where they look to claim their 5th straight state title, as they are undefeated against Minnesota high school teams
Thank you one all for coming this evening and supporting
on
our
the
team.
season, and will most likely be the number 1. They'll be the number 1 seed in the state tournament. Coming up after this game, the Benilde St. Margaret's boys lacrosse team and Blake boys face off each other in the Section 6 championship game. From Benilde St. Margaret's, I'm Andrew Berkland. Thank you for watching today's ParkTV 16 broadcast.